Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon from the worldwide headquarters of, you guessed it, Live Life Van. Actually, my friend, Jen's Garage. I want to talk to you about the changes between the 2020 Quigley and the van that we're building right now, the vans that we're building right now. Only one of them is available, the 2021 all-wheel drive Ford Transit. And let me start off by saying that the van is completely custom. We're going to talk about the mechanical changes, but you can see some of the interior changes. We're using leather, 80/20, black anodized 80/20. We have some different fabrics that we're using and a whole bunch of mechanical issues. But because we're building the van right now, although, like I said, it's custom, it is not customizable at this time. If you want something that's customizable for 2021, I don't think you're going to get it, and I'm not being derogatory. The supply chain issues, we're lucky we have the vans that we're getting. If you want something that's customizable, truthfully, I don't think there's a dealer out there that has one. You're probably going to have to wait till 2022, okay? I'm just resetting my timer so I don't blah, blah, blah too long. All right, let's talk about the mechanical issues. Real quick, this particular van is going to need a lift kit because the Quigley lifts the van automatically because of the four-wheel drive system. The all-wheel drive needs a lift kit. So between the Van Compass lift kit and the tires, we're probably going to get about 3 inches out of the van, which is standard. But really cool. It's the #1 product out there. We're pretty excited, and it's going to give it a nicer ride. The van drives really nice, by the way, but it's going to be even nicer. #1. All right, let's talk about our battery. Lithionics, we love it. The only American-made battery. I rave about in the other videos we have. We're going from a 400 to a 555 amp hour battery. And what this means is roughly 2,000 more watts for that particular battery. And it just simply allows you to be out on the road for longer, especially if your solar has the ability to charge that battery along with your auxiliary alternator. And we have both of those. We generated 860 watts from our roof solar. And we said, you know what, let's upsize the battery because it charges very, very quickly between the solar and the auxiliary alternator when we're driving. Okay, so super duper duper important. Let's add to that our Victron, I'm pointing because it's behind me, our inverter. So our inverter, we had a 2,000 watt inverter before, and we went with a 3,000 watt. To upsize your inverter, or to have a 3,000 watt inverter with a 300 amp hour battery system, I can tell you is useless. Give me a call, I'll explain it to you. But if you're going to go to a 3,000 watt inverter, you have to have the battery capacity of charging the battery and the battery itself in order to use that. So the 3,000 watt inverter, to give you some perspective, is the cooktop, inductive cooktop, which we have, runs at about 1,700 watts per hour. Okay, well, if you have a 2,000 watt inverter, which we did, and you plug in maybe a couple cell phones, a light, the Webasto turns on, there's an air blower in there. Well, guess what? You're probably going to be at 2,000 watts. The inverter is going to shut down. This one's 3,000, so we could run that inductive cooktop maybe on a medium setting at, let's say, 1,900 watts, and also turned on our juicer or our blender at maybe another 700 or 800 watts on the medium setting, and we can run them both without having a problem. And that giant Lithionics battery is going to charge the entire system. So really, really cool upgrades that we're making in this 2021 all-wheel drive Transit. Let's talk about a couple smaller items. Let's talk about the Webasto. That's actually a big thing. So the Webasto is a gas-fired heater, a heating system. It drips off the gas tank. Well, come to find out, I don't know if they had them before. We maybe just overlooked it. I don't know. But there's 3 different sizes. And we went with the smaller size because we thought that's seemingly what everybody else was doing. Well, they make a gigantic size. It's for a box truck. I'm not going to get into it, but that thing is too big. We were up in Montana. It was minus 10 degrees. Yeah, the van was fine. You know, using the Havelock wall installation. It's the best product you can use. Don't let anyone tell you different. So we're going to go with the wall that's over there again. But going back to that Webasto, so we're going to go with the medium size. And that's just going to allow that. It's a bigger unit. It can run longer. It's going to run hotter. So we feel that's a really, really cool upgrade to put in the van, is that larger heating system. Okay, so really 3 huge components. The lift kit going to make it ride a little bit smoother. The larger battery going to give you more time on the road. And I can tell you, listen, give me a call. I'll explain it to you. I love talking about it. And then also the Victron upgrade in the inverter. A couple small things. I just love lighting. It's one of my favorite things, I guess because it runs off the battery. Look, German company. This is not a LED by itself. The LED comes in a roll, it goes in a strip. It's absolutely fantastic. We're gonna run this down the center of the van, actually face it this way. It's going to be magnificent. Nobody, I repeat, nobody has this in a van. This same lighting, I have a video about it on the website. It's at the Uber building. It's in Saks Fifth Avenue, New York City. It's an absolute fantastic product. We love that stuff. Latches, you have a whole video about latches, okay? The latches that we had in the other van were twofold. You had to flick it closed, kind of like this. You had to flick it closed and then twist something. I cannot tell you how many times that we locked it, but we didn't twist it. We hit the brakes and the drawer came flying out. No good. This is a simple latch, metal by the way. You clip it, bam, and it's done. This is for the smaller drawers. This simply twists, and when it twists, it pulls in. It's absolutely fantastic. So these small changes, they really, really add up. So pretty much that sums up the majority of the mechanical issues. I'm gonna do another video about the interior issues. You can see some of them here. Really happy about that. Gonna use some leather. Stay tuned for that next video. As always, Paul with Live Life Van. God bless.